Thank you, everyone, for staying with us this meeting. Just to inform you that Councillor Rayner has departed for the evening. For the morning. So we are on to amendment to budget, item PW 27-17, Vanessa Holmes, CEO of West Lincoln Public Library, Wellandport Library Project. The recommendation amendment to budget that West Lincoln Public Library CEO be hereby authorized and directed to hire Hank Hudemat from Kalos Engineering for the project management services for a cost of $24,550,000. Sorry, there's been so many numbers tonight, people. It's 12 o'clock. $24,550 plus HST, and that the provisions of section 4.4 of the tendering and purchase policy be hereby waived in order to expedite this project and meets timeline requirements of the Canada 150 grant, and that the project management services fees be expensed to the Library Reserve Fund, and that the CEO be and hereby directed to forward this motion to West Lincoln Township Council immediately prior to ratification of these minutes. I'm looking for a mover and a seconder. I have Councillor Chichuk and Councillor Ganan. Comments or questions? Seeing none, I'll call the vote. All those in favor? And that's carried. Item PW 28-17, Vanessa Holmes, CEO, West Lincoln Public Library, Township of West Lincoln Library Board Ad Hoc Facility Committee, terms of reference, copy to the terms of reference attached. The recommendation that the Library Board hereby accepts the approves revised terms of reference to the Township of West Lincoln Library Board Ad Hoc Facility Committee attached as Schedule A to the agenda, and that the CEO be hereby directed to forward this motion to West Lincoln Township Council immediately prior to the ratification. I need a mover and a seconder for that. I have Councillor Ganan and Councillor Bell. All those in favor? Oh, sorry, comments or questions, sorry. Yes, Councillor Ganan, sorry about that.
I really would like to speak to this because there have been some changes since the beginning. So when this council was elected and this committee was put in place, we were talking about doing something on behalf of the Wellandport Library, and we were asked to put together instead this ad hoc committee. So I understand the expediency of keeping that committee and bringing it forward. And in fact, at the library board meeting, it was talked about that probably Councillor Billsma would want to be involved still, and so we did make the call to him and he verified that. However, one of the things that I think is really critical, and in fact there are two things. The first one, I think that even though I am now the new Library Council liaison person, Councillor Chichuk was, when that committee was struck, in my position, and I think very firmly that she should remain as part of that since she is in Ward 2. I think the two Ward 2 people, as were when the committee was designed, that was the way it was meant to be, and I think that's the way it should stay. So I really feel strongly that I will know still what's going on through attendance at library board meetings, but I feel that when the decisions are being made about moving forward with this project and looking at how it's going to come into being, that those two people should be the councillor representatives. And the other thing, as part of this same thing that I would like to somehow put together an amendment, is that now that the proposal is looking also at the hall board, I think that somebody from that hall board should be represented on that committee as well. Even, if you don't feel you want to change the structure of the committee, I think that at least somebody should always be invited to take part in what's going on with that committee. I think, suddenly we're looking at windows and roofing and that kind of thing through the grant process, and I think that it's important that they be represented. So, that's right.
Thank you, Councillor Ganan. Mayor Joyner.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just wanted to ask that the CAO and the mayor be ex officio on this committee, please.
I think they are by the standards. Yeah.
Okay.
I took a quick read of it and I didn't see it there anywhere, so I just wanted to make sure.
And so that's, I think that was good. And that I looked at all of those and I thought, fair, the mayor would be there, the CAO would be there, the CEO of the library would be there. I think the two Wellandport Ward 2 reps should be there as this original committee was set up.
Okay, and Councillor Chichuk has asked to be on that committee. Councillor Balsman, do you want to be on that committee?
No, Councillor Chichuk had not been asked.
I get it.
just tonight.
Right, right.
He had prior knowledge.
Councilor Bell?
I'd suggest that it goes back to staff and gets rewritten to reflect the changes that are being made tonight. That we're gonna have the two councilors from Ward 2 on it. Councilor Gadan still be part of it as part of the, sitting on the board. I just like to show in there the reflection that changes have been made. You're seeing two council representatives, library board rep, and a Wildport councilor. It should just two councilor representatives, no library board rep.
So, go ahead, Mr. Seo.
Mr. Chair, through the members of council, staff can craft up the draft terms of reference, and next week at council, it'll be presented, you guys can approve it again, but I'll make it's an administrative action right now. We'll make the changes.
So we just want to refer it back to
Refer
staff?
to council?
Yeah, we'll take it to council next week with the changes.
Move and second to refer to council and that staff be requested to make adjustments.
So I'm looking for a mover and second to refer it back to council to,
No,
no,
for a referral.
for the referral. Councilor Chichuk, Mayor Joyner?
To council.
To council? Questions or comments?
Can I just confirm then they want the library board, the council representative to the library board, plus Councilor Chichuk, plus Councilor Bosma? I just want to get that clear.
Just the two.
Just those two, okay,
I don't,
okay.
I don't think that we want to have that committee overrun by council members. I just feel that that committee was struck with a purpose before I was involved, and I feel that it should be those same two people, especially since they live in that ward.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's a board rep.
Yep. Any comments or questions?
To the referral.
To the referral, sorry. Seeing none, all those in favor? That's carried. Next, we have PW 29-17, Director of Public Works, Brent Julian, Recommendation Report, RFD, PW 15, 2017, Community Parking Lot Tender Authorization. That the report, the Community Park Lot Tender, be dated April 21st, 2017, be received, and that council accept the tender submission by Rankin Construction for the community parking lot on Regional Road 20 in the amount of $277,599 plus HST, and that council approved the project budget in the amount of $331,000, including rebated HST, to be funded from the Industrial Park Reserve, and that a bylaw be passed to authorize the mayor and the clerk to enter into agreement with Rankin Construction. I'm looking for a mover and a seconder. Councillor Bell, Councillor Ganan, comments or questions? Councillor Bosma.
The amount that's, obviously this wasn't part of the budget, and now we're funding this through the Industrial Park Reserve, and it was raised this evening earlier by one of the constituents that doesn't really necessarily have an industrial nature component to it. It's a parking lot in our urban boundary, and so I'm just kind of concerned of the optics on this, that the Industrial Park Reserves is somehow kind of a slush fund. And I know some of the things that we've discussed recently are loops and development in our industrial park. And so I'm just kind of concerned about making sure that we don't just use this as a slush fund for anything that comes along, but that we use it for what it was intended, which is to develop our industrial park reserve. So I can't, at this point, suggest a better, because I'm not the director of finance, but my opposition to this is not necessarily the parking lot, but the source of the funds.
Okay. Councillor Chichuk?
Mine is not an answer to that question. If the CAO wishes to speak to it, mine is just a question.
No, go for it.
So the question is, earlier this evening, I thought there was a reference to the fact that we were doing this, but that the region was going to have a role to play in this, and that we would be getting some funding from them. So is that the case on this particular item?
Mr. Chair, through the members of council, yes, that is the case. there, and I can further that this is the appropriate account, speaking with the Director of Finance. The funds are used for this type of means, whether we're, the word industrial park, we might have to maybe modernize. It's always been on our documents, but this is the account where, you purchase or you renovate land. This is what the account's made for. Just to bring clarification with respect to that. In addition, yes, the region is, this is a partnership with the region and also the United Church. However, the funds will be coming out of our account and also the region. There's still some final engineering costs that have to come in, but we expect, and as I presented in the past, we should be on, we should be about $200,000 of the project. Anything over and above that will be the regional's cost, and that was presented a few months back when the agreement was presented in camera. So we're just doing some housekeeping right now, and we want to get this parking lot and this partnership up and running, and the United Church is ecstatic. They just they can't wait. So great partnership.
Thank you, Mr. CAO. Any more comments or questions? Seeing none, call the vote. All those in favor? And that's carried. We'll move on to other business. Item PW 30-17, Mayor Douglas Joyner, Regional Project deferred to April 24th, 2017 Council. Mr. Mayor, you have the floor.
I have nothing, thank you.
Thank you. We'll go on to B, item PW 31-17, West Lincoln Public Library, dated February 14th, 2017, March 21st, 2017 minutes. The recommendation that the February 2017 and the March 21st, 2017 West Lincoln Public Library Board minutes be hereby received for information. I need a mover and seconder for that one as well, right? I need a mover and a seconder, yeah. Mr. Mayor, Councilor Ganan. All those in favor? Any comments or questions? Sorry, none. Seeing none. All those in favor? That's carried. Item PW 32-17, member of council's other business items of an informative nature. Start to my right. Councilor Bell, Councilor Ganan, Councilor Chichuk.
No, thanks.
Mr. Mayor. I just want to say, members of the gallery that are still here, thanks for being with us tonight for a long evening. I'd like to thank Hank Kudema for being available tonight and helping us through this process. And Vanessa also, and also our director, helping us through this process. It's been a long process. It's been just as long for you people as it has been for the constituents that we do as well. So I want to thank everyone tonight that's still left, and thank you for everything. That brings us to the end of our meeting. There's no new business, there's no confidential, and I would just like to adjourn this meeting at 12:33 on April 19th, 2017.